Hi, I'm Jason Fowler with LeafFreak.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Latano Oval in Robusto size. Comes in at a 5.5 by 54 ring gauge. It's a Habano 2000 wrapper. It's got a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan Honduran blended filler. The story about this cigar is it's really a unique shape. It's oval. You can see that there. Let's see if we can beat the autofocus a little bit here. That's the foot, and look at the side and the profile there. So, yeah, it's oval. They claim that it's supposed to kind of let the cigar flavors, it's more conducive to the flavors of the cigar. So we'll see how that goes. But it's double cap, medium brown wrapper, some spots on it. Not a perfect wrapper at all, but hardly any veins at all. Pretty smooth, not a lot of tooth. Seams are pretty tight. Pretty impressive. So get this cut up and see how it goes. Aroma is like nutty and very pungent cedar. Interesting smell. It's kind of unique. So we'll cut this up and see how it goes and see how long we can survive the heat. Alright? See you in a few. Super loose draw. My fears are confirmed a little bit. I don't know if that's just this cigar, if that's the oval. Maybe that's what they're intending, so I'm not going to be scared off quite yet. We got some pepper up front, a little bit of nut. Not an overwhelming pepper. Really good flavors. Intense leather, nuts. Yeah, it's a good start. So, looks like it might be a quick burner. Wow. But that's a loose draw, might have something to do with it. We'll keep going and I'll check back in a few and see how it's going. Alright, just wanted to give an update. We've about the 15-minute mark or so. Ash was actually holding on a little bit. I goofed. I was picking it up from the ashtray and I actually stabbed the end of it into the ashtray, so the ash was holding on really well. It's a little flaky, but no problems. It would actually be a little bit longer here if it wasn't for my goof, so just a full disclosure thing there. I'm getting a medium to full vibe out of it. I know they're kind of billed as a very full flavor cigar, but it's definitely on the lower end spectrum of full. I'm not overwhelmed by it or anything. The flavors are very intense, don't get me wrong, but the body itself is lots of thick smoke, but nothing overwhelming as far as the flavors go. So flavors are good. I've got dark roast coffee and some leather. The nuts have kind of subsided a little bit. There's some cedar there. But yeah, the flavors are great. It's all enveloped by this really nice black pepper zing. It's not anything that's gonna steal the show, anything like that, which I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, the black pepper there is just a compliment to the other flavors, and overall so far I like it. We'll update here in a few and see how it's going. I'm going to check in here about the 35-minute mark, and it is just burning like it's its job. Like fast burner, and I'm guessing that's probably the loose pack. Hoping that if I try another one of these, which I like it enough, I'm definitely going to try another one despite the price. I'm hoping that it's packed a little better and it slows down. I mean, it's just absolutely tearing through. So because of that, I'm thinking the burn has been a little wonky. It's getting a little uneven. I don't know if you can see it there. Part of that is the shape. It's unique. I like it. Let's be honest, it's a box press. It's nothing crazily wrapped or anything like that. It's just a box press that's oval, that's different. And I admire AJ Fernandez for trying that. The problem is it's tough to rotate. I always rotate my cigars, you know, try to help keep the burn a little even, and it's really tough to do with this. You've got two places you can smoke it, there and there. And if you'll notice, the long part that's not burning is on one side. So if I hold it in one of those two positions, tough to get it back to where it should be. So, you know, maybe nitpicking a little bit, but and it may be just that if it gets a tight pack, it'll be back to where it should be. Flavors, there's still some pepper there. It's just, like I said before, it kind of envelops the whole thing. It's not anything that's overwhelming. It's like a nice black pepper that just kind of complements all the other flavors that are going on. And there's some wood there, cedar definitely. People with, I know a lot of you out there have really refined palates. You can pick out, hey, there's portobello mushrooms that were picked on a Tuesday, and I can taste that in there. And I'm not one of those people, and I'll be the first to admit it. I'm just giving you what I taste, and there's a lot of nuanced flavors there that I'm not able to pick up, but it's a great flavored cigar with a lot of complexity, and what you pick out of it, I would encourage you to try it and see for yourself. I'm telling you what I get. Those are the most prominent ones. We'll keep going and check back in a few, and I'll give you an update. Probably won't be very long given the burn time. So, see you in a few. All right, we're about the 45-minute mark and trucking right along way too fast. All right. Flavors, consistent complexity. It's kind of an oxymoron, but what I'm trying to say here is there's a lot of good flavors and a ton of them. There's just not a lot of transitions. Now, a little bit ago I picked up some creamy sweetness, and that was a nice surprise. I hadn't really tasted that the whole cigar. But one of the bad things I'm getting is I'm picking up a little bit of mint lately, and usually that mint is a sign of a hot cigar, and that is exactly what this is. I mean, it is burning way too fast, way too hot. So I'm hoping it's just this one cigar. I'm going to check back in a few. I don't know, maybe 3 minutes the way this is going, but I tried to space this out a little bit and give it a chance to correct itself, but I've had to touch up a few of the burns because they were getting bad. It's actually not too shabby right now. Ash is a little flaky, so we'll check back in a few and see how it's going. That's 5 minutes after that last update, and I'm effectively smoking on the end of a business end of a fireplace poker. I can't get anything out of this, like as far as pleasant flavors go. I'm going to be into it. I mean, it's beyond what I can do. In fact, you know, as far as recommendation goes, it's good enough that you should give it a shot. It's just a loose pack, and if you can find one that's not spongy like this one was, that may lend itself to a better experience than what I just did. The flavors, when they were right early on, were really good, but definitely find one that's got a little bit tighter pack if you can do that, and especially at $9 a pop. You know, there's a lot of good cigars for that price. AJ Fernandez is a great cigar maker, and you know, I'm definitely not giving up on him. He's got some great stuff. In fact, I've got a few more that I'm going to try that's in this line. So that's my take on it, and I hope you have a better experience than I did on that one. So this is Jason Fowler with WeFreak.com. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook. Tell a friend about it so we can grow a little bit. That'd be great. Keep the hot end out, and I'll see you next time.